Nisa asks, hi, Lynette, please, I would like you to tell us when we know that gold is overvalued and when it is undervalued. That goes back to the fundamental value. So fundamental value, this is the key. You need to understand that. And I don't care if it's gold or if it's silver or if it's stocks or bonds or a house or anything. You've got to know what the true fundamental value is based upon who created it. So not what you want to have happen, but why was it created? There might be a whole bunch of different reasons, and gold meets all the criteria to be a sound money. So that's why it evolved, though lots of things have been tried historically, but gold meets all of that criteria. And what is the single most important function, whether it's gold or stocks or any of this, for the creator? In my opinion, the single most important function of gold is to maintain its value over time. It is a savings-based money because it takes energy and time to pull it out of the ground. So when we're on a gold standard, you are trading your labor for somebody else's labor. But this stuff is created from debt and supported by the full faith and credit of the government. In other words, the government's ability to create more debt. So if you want to know what the true fundamental value of 1 ounce of gold is, use that debt as a proxy and divide that debt by all the gold that exists in the entire world, in ground, above ground. And the Department of the Interior runs that on an annual basis. And then that will tell you the true value of 1 ounce of gold. Once you know what that true value is, then you can look at the spot market and determine, oh, it's undervalued, it's fairly valued, or it's overvalued. Therefore, I want to hold it, I want to buy it, I want to hold it, I want to liquidate it. So that is somewhere north of $40,000. Now that's also on a 1-to-1 basis. Were they to do the reset tonight, right, and do it on a 1-to-1 basis, then that's what you would see. You would see gold, the markets go somewhere near $40,000 an ounce, even though the more of this that they create, the higher that number goes. And we do get blinded by numbers. But the reality is all this is doing is holding your purchasing power intact. It's not gold going up. It's this stuff going away, the purchasing power of this stuff going away. So once you understand that with gold, then you sit there and you go, well, wow, if it's actually worth $40,000 and it's at $27,000, $2,800, $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, it's undervalued. Now, things always go from undervaluation to fair valuation to overvaluation to fair valuation to undervaluation. So it constantly moves like that. But yes, we're going to know easily when gold is above its fundamental value, just like we know right now, no doubt in my mind, it is severely undervalued, right? So we will know when it is time to start liquidating because we'll know when it's overvalued. Additionally, it doesn't operate in a vacuum because you're not going to want to convert it into a hyperinflating currency. You will, however, likely want to convert it into income producing assets that are up here right now in overvaluation. This is going to flip flop. All right. What we're going to be looking for are accumulation patterns, valuations on these other income producing assets. When we see a combination of at least somewhere here in the fair valuations for gold or higher valuations, we won't see overvaluation for a while. And certainly not while we're actually executing this strategy likely, but we'll keep checking. So what's going to happen is we're going to be looking at a combination of things that will determine when it is time to convert your gold into other income producing assets, or to pay off fixed rate debt, or whatever, to pay your property tax, et cetera, we're going to be looking at a variety of things. That's the strategy, right? It's not just one thing. And it's not just getting you in because anybody can put you in gold. That doesn't take rocket science. It doesn't take understanding the markets. It doesn't take anything, right? It's the kind of gold and the kind of silver that's going to support your goals, and it's the exit strategy as well. Because at Zang Enterprises, understanding the strategy, and quite frankly, I spent years and years and years on developing it just because I've been studying currency life cycles since '87. So as I was developing Zang Enterprises and we were talking to wholesalers, I knew quite clearly that we needed a variety of different ways to liquidate in order to be able to capture the most gains for our clients and absolutely execute this strategy. Talk to anybody else. What is their exit strategy? They probably don't have one because they really don't understand currencies and currency life cycles. Even some that say they have a strategy, have them explain the whole thing to you and see if it makes sense. We actually can because we actually did. And stay tuned because I'm going to keep coming back to this. It's so important. And it's important when you're converting into something else or as you're currently holding something else. Here's an easy way to know the fundamental value of the dollar. Go to the purchasing power chart at the front and look at the zero on the bottom and look at how close we are. If we come together in community and we all row in the same direction, let's do that. And I know we can. So until next we meet, please be safe out there. Bye-bye.